Just find the right place in the program, make the appropriate change, and we'll run the whole thing again.
Speech is still very complicated. Music is simpler.
Is that a question?
Yes.
The question is futile.
My interpretation of the data leaves little room for error. The art of leadership is delegation.
That information is not available. This constitutes all available data.
You know what they say, no good deed goes unpunished.
Morning. So let's get on with it. This is antenna rotator 3, number 3. Get on with finishing the bearing housing, the top axle bearing housing. Okay, let's get on with it. Let's just see if we've got some audio. This is antenna rotator. We've got audio, right, let's just get on with it then. So here we go. Okay. So I went ahead and made this bearing. This one here. It's a sliding bearing, and we just need to make the retainer to sit it in. Okay. Excuse me. Right, let's just get on with this. Give me a second. Right. Let's just get rid of a few things. The bracket and the pole. See what's going on. So yeah, we're almost there on this bit. Problem I got is yeah, the poles. I need to remake this, but we'll get the general ideas the same anyway. I want to make it. I might have to make two. One for a 30mm pole diameter, and one for the one I've got. A standard pole I've bought, so that I've already got. I think it's 40mm. I've got to go and measure it first. Right, let's just sort this out. I just need to check what I bought. Let me just check what I actually bought last time on insert wise. Let me just have a look at my orders. Past orders, what we got. Oh, here we go. M6. So we'll make them M6. Now, trouble is I haven't got the size of it, so I'm gonna have to go and have a look, see if it mentions the size. M6 by 10 by 8. Have I used them anywhere yet? I don't know if I actually used them yet. Just trying to work out why I bought them. Currently unavailable stock. Right, let me just get the sizes off them. Right, there's the sizes. Right, so 10, you can't see it, but 10 long, 6mm inner, 8mm outer. Okay. So they need to melt in, so yeah. I'll leave that on the screen a minute. Leave that down there so I can see it. Can I save that out as a picture? Save as. Alright, let's see if I can bring it up. No. Don't know where it's put it. It's put it somewhere else. Let's try again. Save image as. Oh, it's an HTML page, that's why. Save. Copy image link. No, not going to let me do it. Never mind. That's a shame. 10 by 6 by 8. So we probably need to make a brass insert then. We've already made one. I just need a hole. I don't really need the... let's just make the hole. So go into this bottom bit first. So diameter is 8mm. I think I need to... so it's 4mm. We need to make it slightly less. So it needs to be 0.4 less. So 7.65. 7.65 less 8 minus 7.65. So 7.65. Let me just get a calculator up. It's too early in the morning. 7.65. Nope. Cancel. 8 minus 7.65. Right. So 7.65 divided by 2. 3,825. There it is. 3.825. That should give me the right size for sinking this in. Yeah. And it's 10mm deep. 10mm deep. And what is the other bit? Oh, the inner bit. Yeah, that should be okay. Yeah, should be alright, that should. So, that's one done. Let's go and do another one. Let's do another one. So get this right. So I've already got these brass inserts, so I haven't got to buy any more. I forgot what size it was now. Oh shit. I forgot what size it was. You have to divide it by 2. I don't know. Shit. Close the calculator as well. Alright, let's try again. Can you bring up the old one? No. Probably can. So 7.65 divided by 2. 3.825. And it's 10mm deep. There you go. Okay, so that's the size of that. Now we also need to come back. Oh, we probably need to grab that hole and this one. Copy it, and we need to bring it, paste it in place. Actually, undo paste. We need to go into there first, then paste it in place. Right, that gives us the. We need to reduce the size to 6mm. So we need to go in the middle there. Then go 3mm. Delete. Don't delete that one yet. Let's do the other side as well. Do the other side as well. So we're doing okay today. So 6mm, 3mm. There we go. We can now delete the other ones, and we can push that through to there. And the same over here. Same over this one. There we go. So we've got our 2 holes now. I don't know how far they are close to the edge. They're very close to that edge, so I'm going to have to modify that somewhat, I think. Otherwise we'll be stubbing against the side. So, yeah. Let's just bring this back into the normality. to come out. Right, so I've got to work out whether we can actually get a fixing in there now. It's very close to the edge, so how far away are we? 3.5 mil. I can bring it over a bit. So what I'll do is I'll just drop these over a bit. I'll just literally grab that hole, bring it over. I think 1 mil will do it. Let's go a little bit more. 1.5. There you go. That looks about right. And this one, the same with this one. Bring it over. 1.5. There you go. And of course we're going to have to bring over the bottom piece as well. So we're going to grab that there like that and bring that over. 1.5. Looks a bit weird when you see it like that. .5, there we go. Okay. Alright then. So we should have 2 lined up holes, yeah, that's it. Ready for the brass insert and an M6 fastener. That's that taken care of. Okay. Right, so I just need to have a look down inside this now. Make sure we're not encroaching on where the items actually go. No, we're not. We're okay. That's okay. There's quite a lot of plastic there, but we'll do a smaller infill. We'll do a smaller infill. Might need to make the sides thicker, ultimately, which means it'll stick out a bit, but let's see what we've got here. 1.75, so it's not a lot. So I think we better bring that out to let's bring it out another bit. So 1.75, let's make it 2.5, or should we make it 3 mil? Let's make it 3 mil. So bring it out another 1.25. 1.25. That's better, looks a bit more even. 1.25, there you go. It just means it's going to stick out a bit over our initial bracket. It's going to stick out a bit, but it doesn't really matter. It sticks over it. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, so we've got that. Yeah, that seems okay to me. Yeah, it's a little bit thin across there, but it's got these struts, so it doesn't really matter. Doesn't really matter. Right, okay. So, what's it going to be made out of? Is it going to be made out of white? It's a bit, need to be a bit more neutral, I think. I've got some silver. I've got a bit of silver, so we could make it look like it's silver. Or let's leave it in white for now. Let's just leave it in white. Right. So have we got a way in and out? Let's have a look. So let's take the lid off. So bearing. What did I call it? Axle bracket keep. That's the keep. And you slide your bearing in like that. So far so good by the looks of it. We may well have finished this already. Yeah, may have finished it already. Yeah, we may have finished it. So, inside the bearing. Where is the bearing? axle bearing. Right, let's have a look in there. I think we finished it. Yeah, so we put that in there. Let's just have a look at the other bit, the keep. Let's make sure we're okay on that. I think we're okay on that. It's not very thick though, is it? How thick is the layer? Maybe it's not thick enough. Oh no, it's thick enough. Look at that. It is plenty thick enough. Oh, but what we haven't done is thicken the sides of this to match the other one. Yeah, so we need to bring the sizes of that out a little bit. Let's do that. So we just need to thicken that up a bit. That's 1.25 the one way, and then the same this way. There we go. So we should be all matching now. The only thing we've got to do is probably decide about some kind of rain hood fitting. I'm not worried about the rain side of it at the minute. I should be, but I'm not. Yeah, we need to do a little step on it. So what we'll do is just pull that back 0.5, drop that down 0.5. There we go. Makes it look a little bit better. Same over here. There we go. Right, so we've got that bit of ergonomics going on. Now we've got a sharp edge here. We don't really want a sharp edge here. So, what we should do really, now it's going to be difficult. I think I'll leave that alone. What about, yeah, we'll leave that alone. We don't care. We don't really care as long as we can get our nuts, bolts in easy. Do we need to do anything on the bottom here? Probably not. We'll leave that alone. Right, that's okay. I think that's pretty much finished. So we could just tidy it up a bit and export it. Right, so we're going to export this. And we're going to call it the upper bearing upper keep. So it's the upper axle bracket. Where's the C? Keep. Let's keep it, no pun intended, keep it the same labelling terminology. We could put another little hyphen there. Upper axle bracket keep. Actually, it doesn't matter because there's only one keep side part of it, so that's fine. Axle bracket keep. Okay, and now let's just sort this bit out here. Do we need a brim on it to put? Yeah, we need something to help us push our brass insert in. So we need the same again here. 0.5. It's just going to help us when we come to melt our insert in. Just help us ease it in. During building. It just makes it easier for us. Right, what about pushing this in? It should be alright as it is. Don't want to go too fancy. Yeah, that'll be okay. What about the insides of here? Yeah, that'll be fine. Ah. Yeah, so we could do with one of those on here. Just makes it easier and nicer. Okay, let's have a look. Yeah, that's alright. So far so good. What else? That can stay like that. There's no need to do anything with that. Do we need to do anything? I don't think so. Let's have a look what it looks like with the rest of it on. Let's just examine this bit here. Just need to examine that to see if it's... Yeah, it's going to be awkward to print, that one is. So, it's better if this is straight for printing. Let's just have a quick look at that in 3D. See what we can do with it. Yeah, it's a bit, yeah, and also the strength is gone out of it as well. You've got these struts. We could probably get rid of those struts if, yeah, so to print this, it's going to be awkward to print like that, so you need to print it up to there at least, and then the rest can be done by the arch if it's enough. Yeah, now, it could be printed sideways, which means we need infill to hold this up, so that's not a good idea. So I think we're gonna have to make these straight. Makes sense to make that straight. Yeah. Okay, let's have a look at how we're going to do that. So to make this straight, we need to copy that bit there. We'd have to include that, which is okay. We could do that. Or we could just bring that up to the level. Bring that up maybe. And make this straight, so bring that whole thing up here. Yeah, then that can be just printed as it is. But we're doing the top half. We've got the top half. Oh, is that the bottom half? Oh, it is. Yeah, that would make sense then. So I just need to bring that up to that level. And then bring that up to there. Oh, we did say we could make this square. Yeah, we said we could make that square for printing. Which means, now it'll make it awkward. It's better if we print it lying down. But if it's square, then it can concentrate on a nice smooth. But we'll have a lot of infill. It doesn't really matter. And we can have a shoulder on it like that again. Yeah, we could do the same again with the shoulder. Yeah. I like this. I like the idea it's round though. But it doesn't have to be round, and if it was square, I mean we could make that square, just that bit there, square, ready for printing. So, let's just do it, why not do it? Yeah, because I need to be able to print it. And I think we could get away with that. Yeah, because we can get away with printing that. Because it'll add to it. It'll print it in layers and then it'll keep bringing it and it'll bridge it across, just like how they make a suspension bridge. So we might get away with that. But if it was square, flat at the top, we could turn it round, print it upside down like that. Print it upside down, and it would be square. And it would get a lovely smooth transition in here. Yeah, I think I like the idea of that, because that's going to be printing that flat. I think I need to do this one flat, so the last thing you want is any hanging filament here that's going to stop you clamping the two together. Yeah, okay. Answered my own question. Let's just do it then. Right, okay. So we'll do it in 2 halves. Do it in 2 halves, right? So first thing we'll do then is modify the bottom one. That should be easy to bring that to scratch. So I'll just grab hold of this corner, bring that up to... No, it won't let me do that. Why won't it let me do that? That's weird. Hang on. Maybe I haven't got enough of it. Right, that's done that one. Okay. I can get rid of that. That's fine. Yeah, looks a bit weird, but yeah. I think it'll be alright. Right, let's try this one. Okay, so we've sorted the bottom bit out. Alright, that's it. There's a lot of plastic there. Do we need all that plastic? Well, we might be able to get rid of some of this plastic after. I don't think so. Needs to have some strength though. Maybe we could hollow it out a bit here. No, it's easy to print like that, isn't it? Right, we'll leave it like that for now. Right, now we need to sort this bit out. Alright, so can we just grab that and bring it up? Maybe. Right, so what I need to do is... Tell you what we'll do, we'll just bring those out to the side. Just to get rid of them for a minute. Right, that's got rid of them. Let's do the same over here. So we're getting rid of the bits that are going to cause us some grief. Right, back over here. So we need that to be up at the top. So how easy would that be? Just to take the whole thing up? Might be okay, actually. Let's try it. Let's just see what happens. Let's deselect that. And let's try that. Not sure. Hang on. Might need to get rid of that. That and that, and deselect that. Right, okay, so can we now bring the whole thing up to there? We can, that was easy. Right, okay. Let's get rid of that. I'll sort that out in a minute, that angle, although it's probably not that bad actually. Right, let's do the same here. Same here, and unselect some of the stuff. Okay, that was better than I thought, quicker. Right, okay. That was quick. And it's got a little bit of strength. It can probably stay as it is, really. But if I brought it down, I could bring that in and make it narrower. Let's have a look at making that narrower. Let's just save what we've got. Yeah, so we could yeah, could bring that over. Definitely bring that over a bit. Yeah, we could save a bit of plastic there. So what we want is basically, what's that there? Hang on, what we got from there to there. So we need to grab the that's the inner bit, isn't it? So, right, so we could do this manually. Oh, I see. So, what about if we just grab that there and just push that over? That'll work. Like just sort of cranking it around it. So if we go 3.5, what's that look like? That's not too bad actually. Not too bad at all, that. Okay, so it looks a little bit too much, so let's go back again. Let's do 3.25. That's alright. I'll do the same this side. .25, there we go. Okay, so that looks a bit more natural. And then we can decide whether the screw hole is too close to the edge or not. Let's have a look, find out how far from the edge it is. 2 mil. Yeah, I think we need to keep that there, bring it over a bit. Let's do the bottom first. So the bottom can go anywhere it wants. Right, let's go over as far as we can. So I'm just going to bring that over by 1, 2. So we've got sort of there 3.2. So if we say 3. And then we bring the hole over by 0.5. 0.5, is it? What's that like? That's okay. Now let's undo the move. Bring it over by 0.25, there we go. So do the same again over here. So bring that whole lot over by, I can't remember how much now. 2.5. Is that 3 mil? God, my memory's useless when it comes to remembering what I've just done. Right, 10.25. Ah, 10.25. So then I need to move the hole over. Not the hole, the hole. By 0.25. .75. Yeah, that's right. Okay, so that's okay for the top. Yeah, that looks okay. Acceptable. I should be able to make that. Now I've got to bring the whole lot over off the bottom, if I can remember what I did. So bring that over by, I think it was 2 mil, was it? Or was it 3 mil? Let's try 2 mil. No, it was 3 mil. Bring the whole lot over by 1 mil. And then this one over by 3 mil. That should line them up. Then you've got to work out your hole. It's got to be moved over slightly. The hole for the is that, have I got it? Yeah, that's got to be moved over by 0.25, I think it was. Yeah, that looks good. Okay, and this one over here, move the hole over by 0.25. That's that. Right, okay. So we've got them lined up. That should be okay. Yeah, that's good. So far, so good. Right. Okay. I think that'll do the trick. Yeah, I think that'll be alright. I don't know if we need to join the two together on a step. No, we don't need to do that. Right, so what have we saved anything? We've got a lot of plastic going on here. Yeah, lots of plastic here. But it'll make it strong, but it'll print it as what, you know, infill, so it's not the end of the world. Is there anything we can do with it there? So it needs to print upright. That needs to print. Oh, we've said we're going to make this square as well. Now, if we made that square, it's not going to be able to do that. So it'll have to be printed that way up. So we'll retain that then, that round bit. Okay. Let's just say that and switch on the bearing. Have a look at it. Let's just have a look in 3D. Yeah, looks like it'll be okay. Now, the bearing is slightly inset, so we'll leave it like that, I think. Yeah, leave it like that. Okay, I think that's it. Let's just do it. Let's do that. The only other thing is, do we need to bevel the edge of this? And the edge of these? Well, yeah, possibly need to bevel them. Right, let's bevel them then, otherwise it will end up with an harder edge on it. So bevel them. Do we bevel them? Should be able to bevel them. So if I grab that, so if I grab that, I have to go and select all this manually. Right, so to bevel it, I'll need to move it in. No. Right, like that. Let's not do much. Let's just do 0.5, and then push that back by 0.5. That should give us a bit of a bevel on the edge, yeah. Yeah, it does. We need to do the same over this side. Okay. 0.5, it's not much, it's just to take the edge off it. Okay. Right, so do we need to take the edge off anything else? Probably the edge of here. Yeah, I suppose we should take the edge off that as well. Um, 0.5. We don't need that one. Or that one, or that one. So we've got it sort of there. Just need to extend that to there. This is all a bit arbitrary, really. You know, it's just so just join these up and join up. I forgot where we are now. From there. Right, so we need a line. Oh, this is trouble. It gets a bit. Oh, then we need to do the corner. I'll tell you what, I'm going to leave that. I'm going to leave that where it is because the benefit is not worth. I mean, I can do that later, but the benefit of altering that is not great. Let's just see if we can get rid of any extra lines. We've got rid of a few. Right, so we'll just print that out now. Well, we'll try and print it. Let's overwrite what we've just done earlier. So the bearing, keep, axle, keep, bearing, axle, bracket, keep. And then we want to do this one. Do we need to do anything with this? No, I don't think so. We'll leave it as it is. Yeah, we'll leave that as it is. Just make sure we've got the latest one. Bearing. Did we save this one? Upper race, centre race, bearing. Bearing. Right, axle, bracket, keep. So I don't think we didn't do this one. So it's the axle bracket. Yeah. Okay. Put brackets and pole back. Let's get it upright. There we go. Let's zoom in a bit. So that's what we should end up with. That'll be nice to mount it there. Stick a pole through it. Right. Let's have a look in Bamboo Studio. Excuse me. Right, hold on a second, I've just got to have a quick drink. Right, so we're going to go back over to this bit. This is where we're doing our stuff. We no longer need to print those, so let's bring in the other bits. Should just do another plate really, but we'll just bring it into here for now. Right, so we want the keep and the bracket. Right, so that's already in the right position, and I think so is this one. Right, okay. We could print them out like that. I've got to make sure there's enough stuff sticking to the base, so I think this is ready to go. Let's try it. I'm not going to bother about strength at the minute, it's only a prototype. As long as it all matches up and fits, we can talk about the strength later. 1 hour 30, 94 pence. Right, let's have a look at the strength. What's the infill? 2 walls. 50%, yeah, that's normal. So it is normal. Inner and outer. Do we want inner and outer? Yeah, well, it's done it. Let's have a quick look and see what we're dealing with. Yeah, so you can see the infill. That's okay. I mean, we'll make it stronger eventually. It'll make it take longer and cost more, maybe. That'll do for now, just to test it. And will it be able to cope with it? It hasn't moaned. It hasn't moaned at anything. Yeah, it hasn't actually moaned, so I think that'll do it. Right, let's start it off. Start that off printing, so at least to be able to hook it up to the bracket, and then I can concentrate on the bottom bracket. This is an axle bearing, and the other one needs to be a thrust bearing, I think, that takes all the weight. Yeah. So that, and then we need to work out the stepper motor. The stepper motor wheel, belt wheel, driven wheel. So let that carry on for a bit. Right. So we need to work out the bottom thrust bracket, thrust bearing. But that won't be now, I don't think. It might be. Obviously we need a bolt to go in there, M6 bolt. Not bothered at the minute. So we'll have something like this down the bottom. Actually, we can just copy that down there and modify it, couldn't we? I think I'll do that. It won't be any good because it needs to have a different setup. Well, we could start off with that. Yeah, we can start off with that. So it will be spinning. It'll take some. It'll be sort of axial because the wind blows. Yeah, if the wind blows like that, it'll be putting axial pressure on it. And if the wind blows this pole, the bottom will try to leer out, which is also axial pressure. So we almost want that one down there, but we need to be able to stop it dropping. And plus the bearing setup is no good for thrust, it's only good for axle. So the weight will actually jam it the way that's set up. So, but we could use the casing, maybe. I think what we have to do is the ball bearings. If I go on to, hang on, get rid of the keep and the mount. See, these bearings are stood upright. What I'll need to do is put a slant on it and lie them slanted. So the pressure of the downward pressure, the downward pressure can rest on the rolling side of it, not on the ends where it can't roll. Too much pressure going down will just won't spin. So you need some to go as an axle, but then you need the downward one as well. So I think that's why they make the slanted ones. Yeah, so that's going to be a different setup probably for that. Yeah, so it's a shame I didn't do that one that way anyway. Yeah, one's got a different use to the other, so anyway, let's see what's going on over here. Cleaning the nozzle. Cleaning the nozzle. So this won't do as it'll be okay as an axle bracket. Actually, I've got an idea. What about if I have another one of them down here, or down the bottom? No, down here. Then this drops into another type of bearing. Or maybe we buy. No, don't want to buy anything really. Yeah. So maybe, see, we've got to have a stepper motor pinion wheel, massive pinion wheel to go on the stepper motor, go on the shaft here on the pole. Big round, needs to be about 250 mil, unless we gear it down somehow. But it's going to be, I think we'll have to do some trial and errors. Probably 150 mil, maybe 125 mil diameter. What have we got so far, diameter wise? Let's have a look. 100, yeah, so I think we could try and keep it at 100, even though, because I think my initial stuff with ChatGPT was on about a big scaffold pole, and it was dreaming about something heavy. This is not a heavy thing. It's only for a small beam. You know, it's for a UHF, VHF beam, probably. Although it'll probably do other stuff. So I can either put an exact copy of that down here, so it holds it from, takes all the axle pressure off it in all directions, and all we need to do is place our pinion wheel, but it's got the downward pressure, so we need to stop the downward pressure. Almost need a cone bearing or something. Yeah, something to fit inside the end of the tube. Just here to fit in there. Let's just have a look what's going on here. Oop, starting to go already. Yeah, it's cold, so it's got a bit of fluff. That's only the brim, the extra brim it puts on, so we won't worry about that. It always looks worse than what it is. So hopefully that'll be okay. Keep an eye on it. If it starts going wrong, cancel it and give it a clean and start it again. Right. So we want some kind of sliding cone. Well, something that slides in with a point. Now I've got to bear in mind that some of this stuff, yeah, we don't want to slide it in. Some of it's got a seam. If you're using steel, it might have a seam. If you're not using aluminium, so it needs to be a cup that sits over it. So you drop your pole into this cup, and then it spins around the base. Now whether you double it up, whether that does the axle load and you put one there, and this one purely does the thrust load or the thrust bearing for the weight coming down. I like the idea of that, but it's a shame not to make that do two things. But it will be more sturdy, and then we can make, yeah, we can make the bottom bit. Well, if we have one of those here, then we have a thrust bearing down the bottom. It leaves us this bit for the actual stepper motor, the pinion, somewhere to mount, I don't know. Sorry, the stepper motor and pinion wheel, yeah, planetary pinion wheel, what do they call it? So I think I'll copy that. Right, so let's copy that. Let's first find out how far to move it. So we'll go from centre to centre. No. What's it doing? It's not measuring it, is it? Why is it measuring it? Okay, go from there to there. 276. So if I copy that, 276, there we go. So two of them. That holds it nicely in place. That presumes you're going to get your bracket right, or you could put that there. But I like the we can work that out. That's adjustable. So let's just have a quick look. Oh yeah, that's okay. It's printing it okay at the minute. 1 hour 18. It's going to take a while. Right. So this planetary, this bottom bit, these don't take the weight. These are just take that action. They don't take that action. So you need something at the bottom just to act as a cup, and yeah, some kind of cup or mount, or even if it's just a flat thing, just a flat circle that it just sits on, because that'll hold it still. It seems a shame to have that when you could just do it all in one. Yeah. Right. So we definitely need to sort that bottom out. That one can always take off and use there. What we could do, I'll tell you what we could do. Let's just tell you what. Let's. Hang on. How far we got from there to there? 128. Let's have another one. Right, so we've got another one at the bottom. We'll probably lose one of them. So all we've got to do at the minute, it'll work, but it'll just have friction the way the bearing's set up. But we need to cover up I had an idea. What about if we make a 3D printed insert that just sits? Yeah, that's an idea. Just an insert that sits over the... Yeah, there's nothing to insert. I don't think that bottom one's going to do the trick for us. That's a pity. I've put the bearings in standing up. If I'd have put them slanted, I could have used the same one for all of them. Maybe. Yeah, maybe. Maybe you can, yeah, if you slant them 45-degree angle, you can use them as combined unit that's a thrust and an axle bearing in one. At the minute this is just a axle bearing. Right, so how can I modify that to... Is there enough room around it to modify it? How long have we been going? An hour. Oh, my back's aching now already. Yeah, so I'm on holiday this week. I'm not. I'm resting, sort of. Resting, sort of. Yeah. Anyway, so we've done a bit on it. An hour. That's not much. An hour on it. So, yeah, I need to work that out. So I'm going to do that. Let's try to work out how we're going to do this bottom one. So we've got a bracket there. At the minute it doesn't support what we're after, so I need to alter it. Right, maybe I can alter it. So the same, we need to keep the same cover. So we'll keep the same cover, but what we want to do is alter this thing. Oh, the cover's the same. No, it won't be, will it? Hang on, so go on to there. So that we don't want to make that unique or that. We want to go into the bearing. So these are groups. They're not actually components. Hang on. Let's take the upper bearing upper. Oh, bearing lower. Right. So that's a component, fair enough. And we've actually got one extra in here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So we have actually got 15 in our one. But anyway, so if I need to slant these over. So I could make them smaller and then slant it. So they are actually touching there, look, see. Oh, because in reality they'll be pushed out. Yeah, so I'm not worried about that because it's just a representation. So, if I've got downward pressure on top of the bearings, it's not going to run, is it? Yeah, it's just going to force them down and they're going to just jam in. So it needs to actually roll around its axis. So what I need to do, because I'm not actually unique. No, they're not actually unique, so I could change that. Right, so what I need to do, now this is going to be difficult, to rotate these round individually around a centre. That's more difficult. So the shaft size will stay the same. Shaft size will stay the same. Yeah, I just need to angle them. I'd like to keep them the same, so I could make these half the size. I think they're 10 mil long. Oh, they're actually bigger. Yeah, so I could I'll have to make them unique. Alright, I'll have to make them unique because it'll start changing the size of the other ones. Right, so let's just let's get rid of a lot of them. Apart from one. Oh. Alright. And we'll make that you... Oh. Yeah, it's not a component anyway. Right, fair play. So I need to reduce that by half. Let's have a look at it. What we got? 12 mil. What's the overall size of it? 13. So if I alter it by 6.5. 6.5 looks a bit too small there, doesn't it? So what have we got now? 6.5. Yeah, it looks a bit too wrong. I could make them. No, they need to be about the same strength. Maybe we'll make that small. I'll tell you what, we'll leave that for now. We're going to alter the structure. Yeah, so the one face needs to be solid, and the top face needs to be solid. Yeah, the cup goes on it, and we just need to have the two surfaces together. Alright. So we need to keep certain things. Yeah, I need to keep them too, because that'll hold these in place. What size have we got? 10 mil. Needs to be on an embankment like that, and it needs to be flat. Yeah, so that needs to just be part of the same thing. Yeah, definitely. Or does it? Not sure. Anyway, let's just see what's going on. Do a few shorts things. It's going to be a few short episodes, this is. Right. Let's print it out. It's going to take another hour or so. Anyway, it's going to be a short one, I think. I think this series is going to be a lot of short ones. So we'll leave it at that, and we'll carry on. I'll come back later on with some more. Yeah, it's a lot of short ones today. Alright then. So, bearing housing, we've done the housing, and we've even started to look at doing the next bit. That'll do for now. Thanks for watching. Catch you on the next one, and bye bye.
Just find the right place in the program, make the appropriate change, and we'll run the whole thing again.
Speech still very complicated. Music is simpler.
Is that a question?
Yes.
The question is futile.
My interpretation of the data leaves little room for error. The art of leadership is delegation.
That information is not available. This constitutes all available data.
You know what they say. No good deed goes unpunished.